Platinum Chevrolet Cadillac, Terrell, Texas. Title sponsor for Friendly Live on Friendly News. Platinum Chevrolet Cadillac. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Yes, and we are live from the stage of the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Friendly Live, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Platinum Chevrolet Cadillac in downtown Terrell, Texas, and our own Henley Auto Supply right here in Greenville, Texas. We are so proud that you're here. Thank you, this live audience. Folks, I tell you what, if you're in the sound of my voice, or if you can hear me right now, you could be a part of what they're going to be going through here for the next few months, because in the next few months, there's a lot of surprises for the live audience. But right now, the surprise that you've got is about to come on stage, and I'm going to thank everybody later. But right now, I want you to put your hands together for, singer, songwriter, organizer, horseman, you name it, Genevieve Allen. You know, folks, this outfit that she has, I feel like this young lady is a lost daughter of what from long ago, because the first time I met her, I just fell in love with her because she's such a wonderful individual. And I saw her picture on a post she did with this jacket, that hat, and I said, you got to wear that Wednesday because the audience will. What do you think, huh? I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Now, would you put your hands together for some music from Genevieve Allen?
Thank y'all very much. I appreciate that. Well, thank you, Friendly, for having me here. Thank y'all for spending your lunch hour here. I'm going to do some songs here. This first one that I'm going to do is actually the first single I released to Texas Radio back in, Friendly, what was that, 16? He's not listening to me anymore. Big surprise, right? It's called Rob That Train. I co-wrote it with a fellow Texan, Adam Fears. It was a lot of fun to write. Actually, the writing process behind it was I had this songwriting session in Nashville, and typically you go in and you have a preconceived idea. You have a hook. You have I want to write this kind of song, and I was a blank page. I woke up that morning with no thought process, no ideas, no nothing, and I get to the song right with my fingers crossed, hoping that Adam has a good idea. And he goes, what you got? And I go, nothing, what you got? And he goes, nothing. Okay, all right then. And so we started, scrolling through phone notes, trying to see if there was anything that we had just, left behind from another songwrite. And the concept, Rob That Train, came out, and it's a lot of fun to write, so here it is. His eyes are black as coal, his intentions are too. Hard as 80 tons of steel, and he'll run right over you like an old-time locomotive on a runaway rail. Boxcars full of broken hearts, hauling them straight to hell. Tonight down at the station, rolled in all shiny and clean, I could feel that engine moaning when he offered to buy me a drink. I'm just a half-broke pony, a little too hard to tame. Never saw it coming, he said, baby, what's your name? Well, I'm an outlaw, shooting from the hips, got the devil on my mind and whiskey on my lips. When you play with fire, you're gonna go down in flames. I'm a fast draw when you pull that trigger. Better say your prayers and call the grave digger. Gonna go cold, cause I never miss my aim. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna rob that train. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna rob that train. You're a freight train coming after me, my fuse is lit and I'm TNT. Ain't gonna make it back this time. Hey, welcome to the end of the line. Cause I'm an outlaw, shooting from the hips, got the devil on my mind and whiskey on my lips. When you play with fire, you're gonna go down in flames. I'm a fast draw when you pull that trigger. Better say your prayers and call the grave digger. Gonna go cold, cause I never miss my aim. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna rob that train. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna rob that train. 'cause I'm an outlaw, shooting from the hips, got the devil on my mind and whiskey on my lips. And you play with fire, you're gonna go down in flames. I'm a fast draw when you pull that trigger. Better say your prayers and call the grave digger. Gonna go cold 'cause I never miss my aim. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna ride that train. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna ride that train. You can call me Jesse James, I'm gonna ride that train. You can call me Jesse James. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I'll just kind of do this in a historical way, chronologically speaking. So that was my first single that I released. I decided to go independent as an independent Texas artist, move back to Texas. In Nashville, they did inform me that I needed to lose this accent and the hat. I was real partial to the hat. So I decided to come on back to Texas. And I decided to write and release a song on my own. And let me tell you, especially as a female artist, that is intimidating because no promoter, no booker, no none of that. It was just all. And I called up Friendlee and I said, I got a single. Would you please play it? Like, please. I'm not a radio promoter. And Friendlee spun the heck out of that song. So thank you. I think you wore it out. But I wanted to write a song that was about rodeo, and because, no accent, no hat, I kind of had an attitude at that point, and I was like, well, you know what? If I'm going to release a song on my own, it needs to be about rodeo. So it's called Damn This Rodeo. It's your classic love song gone wrong for rodeo, but here it is. Watch the rain come down, make puddles on the street when the radio came on. And Fort Worth crossed his mind. Couldn't help but think he'd been gone too long this time. Cheyenne to Denver, Houston to San Antonio. Must have been one too many times you left her all alone. Well, damn this rodeo. He tried like hell to settle down, give up the crazy life, but it's in his blood. And every time he gives in, he screams his name like a demon calling him. Shreveport to Tulsa, Phoenix to Topeka. He loves her, but he needs it like a drug. Damn this rodeo. 'Cause he loves it, hates it. Maybe tonight he'll make it, and maybe he won't. But it's the only life he's ever known. Loving her, leaving her, breaking her heart and losing another part of his soul to this damned old rodeo. It always seems so alone when he's on the road. Memory of her touch festers in his soul. She's the only thing on earth can make him whole. One more cup of coffee, another sleepless night. That demon is screaming in his mind. Damn this rodeo. 'Cause he loves it, hates it. Maybe tonight he'll make it, and maybe he won't. But it's the only life he's ever known. Loving her, leaving her, breaking her heart and losing another part of his soul to this damned old rodeo. 'Cause he loves it, hates it. Maybe tonight he'll make it, and maybe he won't. But it's the only life he's ever known. Loving her, leaving her, breaking her heart and losing another part of his soul to this damned old rodeo. I said, damn this rodeo. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate that. So that was the second single, or my first single as an independent artist, and it made top 100 on the charts, and I was super, super pumped about that. Then I released another single. So this is my third single, based on a true story. Very dark and twisted story. But there's actually a plaque dedicated to this woman in Dodge City, Kansas. You can Google it. This is the gospel truth. Dora Hand. Well, so I'm at this songwriters thing, and we're trying to come up with ideas. And I said, I want to write like a Western, kind of like a spaghetti Western kind of song. Okay. Well, so this gal, and this is gospel truth, she was a real pretty saloon girl. Her boyfriend ran the saloon. This guy comes into town. He takes a liking to her, and he has this real bright idea that if he shoots her boyfriend, she'll fall in love with him. That actually was his thought process, promise you. He accidentally shoots her instead of the boyfriend. He runs out of town, gets chased down by Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp. So we're looking through Wikipedia, and I'm like, this is a country song. I don't care who you are. So we wrote this. It's called Boot Hill. This one also made, it was in the early, like 91, 92 on the chart, something like that. So it's called Boot Hill. Done at the Alhambra on a dark October night. Whiskey on his breath, another man's woman on his mind. Laid a nickel on the bar, made his way across the room. But her jealous lover wouldn't let him make his move. Hell-bent for leather, living by the gun. Never know what days your last till that moment comes. Spend brass and wasted dreams will always take you down. Find yourself in Boot Hill, 6 foot in the ground. Aiming actions at her heart, he'd take her lover down. Pulled together the cash he had and bought the fastest horse in town. Come 4 a.m., things didn't go as planned. She took the bullet that he'd intended for her man. Hell-bent for leather, living by the gun. Never know what days are last till that moment comes. Spend brass and wasted dreams will always take you down. Find yourself in Boot Hill, 6 foot in the ground. Aiming actions at her heart, heading out of town. Never did he dream that he would ride into those 3. Quick as summer lightning, he was laying in the dirt, staring straight into the colt that was held by Wyatt Earp. Hell-bent for leather, living by the gun. Never know what days are last till that moment comes. Spend brass and wasted dreams will always take you down. Find yourself in Boot Hill, 6 foot in the ground. Spend brass and wasted dreams will always take you down. Find yourself in Boot Hill, 6 foot in the ground.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And I tell you what, you can hear all these songs on friendlyradio.com, by the way. And that one particular song, I played it yesterday.
Oh, did you?
And in the last of that song, there's a pause and then right back into it. So yesterday I knew it was coming. I said, all right, watch her. She's coming. Bam, and it come right back. So thank y'all. I want to say a big thank you to the streaming audience out there, because they're just like this live audience. They love the talent that we have that comes through here at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. But I'm going to tell you what, right now, today at 5 o'clock, it is improv. You ever do improv?
Every time I go on stage.
I know you do. That was the correct answer. But you can do it today here at 5 o'clock on the stage at the Texan Theater, because it is improv night. If you have talent, fine. If you don't have talent, fine. If you just want to have some fun and get on the stage and act crazy and have a lot of fun, come on, 5 o'clock. And all of you out there, come back. It's a fun thing to watch, and it's free right here at the Texan Theater. We're coming back. We're going to commercial break. We're coming right back. Y'all come back with us.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to Go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to Go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
And we are live from the stage of the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Friendly Live. Brought to you each and every Wednesday by Platinum Chevrolet Cadillac in downtown Terrell, Texas, and Henley Auto Supply right here in Greenville, Texas. I want to say a big thank you to Barbara Horan for allowing us to be here today in this beautiful, wonderful venue she had. How about a big hand for Barbara? And I know Genevieve loves this place because the first time she was here, she was like, wow. Wow. And over here to my right, our stage manager, Bill Simon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Up in the sound, Mike. Thank you, man. Thank you, Troy, all of you. Jerry, Ray, thank you. We appreciate you. I got, you know
that
what?
guy.
When she's on stage, I can say this. Beth, I can do this. I know I can. I've done it before. Would you put your hands together for Genevieve Allen?
Thank you very much. All right, so I do have another single that I released to radio. That is one of those that really needs a band with it, so I, alas, will not be doing that one today. You can just listen in on Friendly Radio, and he'll do it for me, right? Right? Okay. This, I'm going to slow it down here a little bit. This is, I'm a fan of waltzes. I think waltzes are beautiful. I think they're a lost art. I actually think that a waltz is like the most romantic dance that there is. That makes me very odd for my generation, but whatever. So I decided that I needed to write a waltz. Before I do this, has anyone had an unfortunate encounter with champagne? Oh yeah. You can have like this much. That's it. And you will wake up with like a screwdriver going through your temple. And I don't know how it does that. It's like I only had one glass. Well, so I decided that I would write a song about girls and how we're damaging, like champagne can be sometimes. It's called Pink Champagne. We fight with our mamas behind closed doors, but the world only sees etiquette. We love our daddies and know he's got a gun if we run out of bullets. The greatest lesson in this world to survive this run around a girl like me needs to know is how that pink champagne sparkles in the moonlight, leaves you waking in the daylight. It gives you wings and takes away your pain, and that's why girls like me like pink champagne. As the sun goes down, so do your walls, and you just can't miss this chance. Your sure fate's hangover ain't all that bad, so you ask her to dance. And come tomorrow morning, you'll be cursing at her name, but we both know where to look to find the blame. tangled up bedsheets at a beachfront hotel down near Monterey. Passion-colored memories flood your mind. You turn to beg me to stay. One of a million broken hearts in history, 'cause there's always been girls like me, like pink champagne. We sparkle in the moonlight and leave you waking in the daylight. We'll give you wings and take away your pain, and that's why girls like me, like pink champagne, like pink champagne, like pink champagne. Thank you very much. All right, we'll stick with that theme, alcoholic beverages. I like to ask this question. Does anyone here like tequila? Okay, a few hands went up. It's okay, we're all friends. Has anyone ever sent or received an alcohol-influenced text message or phone call in your life? Gotten a drunk call, made a drunk call? Okay, now the hands are going up. It happens. It happens. So I decided to write this song about when tequila helps make phone calls, text messages. She's very talkative. You wrote it? Oh. Yeah, she's very eloquent. She comes up with things that I just think, man, I wish I'd said that. Oh, that was me. So I try to avoid tequila at all costs, but I did write a song about it. So here you go. I called you up last night. Don't know what I was thinking. It'd been a while since I heard your voice. My sober mind wouldn't want you to know that I'd been drinking. It wasn't me, Patron made that choice. My hands are shaking when you picked up. I couldn't believe my drunk luck. I heard your voice and my heart hit the floor. Well, I couldn't talk, so she took over. Yeah, tequila call last night. I couldn't do it on my own. She was with me even though I was alone. Well, I said things I couldn't say before. Next thing I knew, I couldn't take it anymore. And I love you rolled off my tongue. I know it wasn't right, but tequila called you up last night. Well, I could tell by your hello you didn't know what to say. I guess I had no business calling you. And when I heard that voice in the background, I could not believe that you had moved on so soon. I shattered that bottle against the wall. I waited too long to make that call. Broken glass was on the floor with my heart. In the game of love, that was my last card. When tequila called last night, I couldn't do it on my own. She was with me even though I was alone. Well, I said things I couldn't say before. Next thing I knew, I couldn't take it anymore. And I love you all off my tongue. I know it wasn't right, but tequila called you up last night. What was I thinking? Oh, better yet, what was I drinking? Oh, 'cause tequila called last night. Couldn't do me, even though I was alone. Well, I said things I couldn't say before. Next thing I knew, I couldn't take it anymore. And I love you all off my tongue. I know it wasn't right, but tequila called you up last night. Well, I know it wasn't right, but tequila called you up last night.
Yeah, woo, Genevieve Allen. All right. You know, folks, every Wednesday there is always somebody in the audience that I get to recognize for who they are, what they do, and everything. But a good friend of ours is in the audience. Rick, stand up here a minute, please. This is Rick Parent. He was standing, okay. Rick Parent is a local author and the author of
The Hunter Chronicles.
The Hunter Chronicles. The Hunter Chronicles is about his life with a wolf for 17 and a half years. I've read the book. Get the book. But you know what? This is not the first time that you've seen this young lady.
No, but she sure sounds good today.
Doesn't she sound, isn't she just wonderful?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do the picture of her album cover.
That's right. He did. Yeah.
Blue jeans.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We're going to commercial break, but we're coming back with Genevieve Allen right here at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Yeah.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
And we are live from the stage of the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Oh, you know, I get tongue-tied when I get around this because I see her where she's going and where she's been, and I know that God has been in her life, and it does me so good to know that this young lady has all the protection that she really needs because she is a believer, and one of these days she may tell you the story of why she is a believer, but I just get to touch her. I love her. She's such a wonderful individual, and thank you, Platinum Chevrolet Cadillac in downtown Terrell, Texas. Thank you for allowing us to bring her here. And Henley Auto Supply, Randy, thank y'all. With that said, I'm going to shut up because we're going to play three. Hey, producer's gone. We're going to play three more in a row. Would you put your hands together for one? Genevieve Allen.
Thank you. All right, well, I'm going to take it back down slow again. Most of my songs are pretty fast, but this one is actually based on a true story. I took a little bit of poetic license with the story. The real story goes like this. My grandmother was on a double date. Now, this was like the 40s, right? Double date, and by the end of the evening, she and her best friend had swapped dudes that they were out with. And she ran off and married him. Swear to God, that's the actual story. They met on a double date. They just weren't with each other. And that was the love of her life. He did serve in World War II. In the song, I make it sound as though he was killed in action. He was actually killed by a freak logging accident when he got back from the war. But the song, so I tweaked it just a little bit, but this song is actually based on that true story. Dropped a needle on the vinyl as Sinatra takes her back to that day when they swapped out fellas with a best friend on a double day. Little did she know her life would change. Little did she know she'd never be the same. She's got that drinking dress, the one that's tiny and red, the one he said went perfect with her Sunday pearls. She's got those dancing shoes, the ones for singing the blues, the one he bought her when he told her she'd always